Om Ajnana-timirandhasya Jnananjana-salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya-mano-bhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Katamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta-padakamalan Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Anvitamscha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestahaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Vanchakalpatarabhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyeva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rushabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripri Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktaranda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So every Saturday, yeah, first of all, welcome everyone. Um, every Saturday at 7:30 in the morning, we gather here to um, discuss the subject matter of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Sukadeva Goswami says that Bhagavatam is such a valuable or invaluable um, offering to mankind that just by accepting it, one can attain perfection in this very life. We all want to be very perfect. We all want to understand the total understanding of whatever is available in the essence form. Yeah? Srimad Bhagavatam, when Vyasadeva has compiled all the scriptures, Vedas, everything, he was still not so happy. Not happy in the sense he was not satisfied with what he has accomplished, because he himself sees that how complex it is. How can mankind can understand everything to the best of what actually Lord wants to be presented in the Vedic form? So Vedavyas, when he was in such a condition, then Narad Muni appeared and he advised, "Have you narrated the pastimes of the Lord?" Uh, because by that means one can directly be connected with the Lord, and by whoever aspires to read such the deeds and pastimes of the Lord and Lord's dealings with his devotees, and so in that way one can attain perfection. So Srimad Bhagavatam is a course study for Paramahamsas. Yeah. So usually it's not like okay, one can just simply jump in to Srimad Bhagavatam and then no, usually this is like a subject matter for one who is very intellectual in the sense, and also not only intellectual, and also is blessed to acquire such an understanding. Otherwise, it's very difficult. But it is also a means of attaining to that Paramahamsa state. It's not like, okay, then is it that why are we discussing? I am not Paramahamsa. I myself whom speaking, not Paramahamsa. But still, why we are doing is that we get a glimpse of what is the uh, subject matter that elevates us to come to a higher consciousness so that we can appreciate what Lord is passing on this message for. So that's where Srimad Bhagavatam in a very nutshell is overview. And in that it is like 12 skandhas or cantos, like we have in Ramayana there are six kandas. Similarly in Srimad Bhagavatam there are skandhas, and there are 12 skandhas. In that I think we started this reading uh, 3 years ago or 2 years. We have reached so far. mm, we reached so far the fourth canto, and in that we finished last week discussing Dhruva Maharaj, yeah, who is just a 5-year-old boy. What a great feat he has done! How he has attained perfection of life in just a matter of 6 months. Uh, it is very, very difficult for mankind to attain success. Uh, to attain marginal success is itself very difficult. And Dhruva Maharaj has demonstrated that one, if have a right spiritual master, a guide, a guru, uh, if such an access is available, in this case, Dhruva Maharaj is blessed by Narada Muni, who said, "Boy, what are you doing? Where are you going?" And then, after understanding the context, then he blessed him, saying, "Okay, take this mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and then make your life successful." This is a very nice mantropadesh that Dhruva Maharaj at 5 year old he got it. But it's not all about only getting diksha. It's not all about getting a mantra. It's also the blessings of great Vaishnava like here, Narad Muni. And the next thing is not only the blessings, but actually making best of that blessings by actually practicing. So last weeks or 2 weeks we read like what Dhruva Maharaj did, what kind of austerities he has done, and then because of that the whole world choked. Mm. And then all the devatas they approached Vishnu, and Lord Vishnu blessed Dhruva Maharaj, and then he has given that benediction that is very very difficult, sudurlabham. Yeah, even to get a position above Lord Brahma, Dhruvatar, yeah, the pole where which is very it exists eternally. Even during the dissolutions, it doesn't get affected. So along with that, so Dhruva was also blessed that okay, you go and rule your kingdom for 36,000 years. That is where we are now, and what we do is one of the participants they read the chapter which you are seeing on the screen. And I see here Pratibha and Shakti who have joined new, and also maybe others. What we do is it's not like okay, we Sarika also. We don't stick with only one speaker or reciter. Every week one can volunteer that okay, next week I would like to read, and after reading we'll go through further understanding and then close the session. Is this clear, especially for one who has newly joined? By the way, welcome.
Okay, yeah, clear.
Yeah, I would say this is like a junction, right? Journey of self-discovery has started. Yeah, so yeah, you have started the journey, and yeah, we are at a next junction where we are taking a, a more streamlined, a refined, systematic way of studying these, in which we will understand ourselves further, and also not ourselves but actually about the basics that we got to know from the journey of self discovery. Just imagining ourselves like if we have sat in a U-Bahn, then it comes to S-Bahn, then it comes to the regional Bahn. I see, yeah, we see how the upgrading of the trains, of course they are expensive, at the same time they are also offering higher speed to go to the goal, and also more facilities and services. So in that way we are taking up to these courses so that we can propel our passion of attaining to the perfection. Yeah. Okay. Then, so maybe yeah, choose between Shakti Priya Mataji and one more thing, please don't mind if I'm calling you as Mataji. So it's just a kind of addressing that we usually say. If they are gents, we say Prabhu, because we see that we understand that our own position is we are not so great. Yeah, we are taking a humble position, and we address everyone as our master. So Prabhu and Mataji, that yeah, we understand that you all are motherly, and so that's why we address also ladies as Mataji. Hope that's okay.
Yeah, okay, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. So would you like to read this chapter? Yeah, so from beginning to the end, 30 verses are there. You can just read on without mentioning the text number. And before starting, can I ask you to say 3 times Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya and then start, please.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So I'll start from the heading here. Dhruva Mahārajas fight with the Yakṣas. The great sage Maitreya said, "My dear Vidura," thereafter Dhruva Mahāraja married the daughter of Prajapati Sisumara, whose name was Brahmi, and two sons named Kalpa and Vatsara were born of her. The greatly powerful Dhruva Maharaj had another wife named Ila, who was the daughter of the demigod Vayu. By her, he begot a son named Utkala and a very beautiful daughter. Dhruva Maharaja's younger brother Uttama, who was still unmarried, once went on a hunting excursion and was killed by a powerful Yakṣa in the Himalaya mountains. Along with him, his mother Suruki also followed the path of her son. Son died. When Dhruva Maharaja heard of the killing of his brother Uttama by the Yakṣas in the Himalaya mountains, being overwhelmed with lamentation and anger, he got on his chariot and went out for victory over the city of the Yakṣas, Alakapuri. Dhruva Maharaja went to the northern direction of the Himalayan range. In a valley, he saw a city full of ghostly persons who were followers of Lord Shiva. Maitreya continued, "My dear Vidura, as soon as Dhruva Maharaja reached Alakapuri, he immediately blew his conch shell, and the sound reverberated throughout the entire sky and in every direction. The wives of the Yakṣas became very much frightened. From their eyes, it was apparent that they were full of anxiety. O hero Vidura, the greatly powerful heroes of the Yakṣas, unable to tolerate the resounding vibration of the conch shell of Dhruva Maharaja, came forth from their city with weapons and attacked Dhruva. Dhruva Maharaja, who was a great charioteer and certainly a great bowman also, immediately began to kill them by simultaneously discharging arrows 3 at a time. When the heroes of the Yakṣas saw that all their heads were being thus threatened by Dhruva Maharaja, they could very easily understand their awkward position, and they concluded that they would certainly be defeated. But as heroes, they lauded the action of Dhruva. Just like serpents who cannot tolerate being trampled upon by anyone's feet, the Yakṣas, being intolerant of the wonderful prowess of Dhruva Maharaja, threw twice as many arrows, 6 from each of their soldiers, and thus they were valiantly exhibited their prowess. The Yakṣa soldiers were 130,000 strong, as greatly angry and all desiring to defeat the wonderful activities of Dhruva Maharaja. With full strength, they showered upon Maharaja Dhruva, along with his chariot and charioteer, various types of feathered arrows, parikas, iron bludgeons, nistrimsas, swords, prasasulas, tridents, parasvadas, lances, saktes, pikes, ristis, spears, and pusundi weapons. Dhruva Maharaja was completely covered by an incessant shower of weapons, just as a mountain covered by incessant rainfall. All the siddhas from the higher planetary systems were observing the fight from the sky, and when they saw that Dhruva Maharaja had been covered by the incessant arrows of the enemy, they roared tumultuously, "The grandson of Manu, Dhruva, is now lost." They cried that Dhruva Maharaja was just like the sun, and that now he had set within the ocean of the Yakṣas. The Yakṣas, being temporarily victorious, exclaimed that they had conquered Dhruva Maharaja. But in the meantime, Dhruva's chariot suddenly appeared, just as the sun suddenly appeared from within foggy mist. Dhruva Mahāraja's bow and arrows twanged and hissed, causing lamentation in the hearts of his enemies. He began to shoot incessant arrows, shattering all their different weapons, just as the blasting wind scatters the assembled clouds in the sky. The sharp arrows released from the bow of Dhruva Mahāraja pierced the shields and bodies of the enemy like the thunderbolts released by the King of Heaven, which dismantled the bodies of the mountains. The great sage Maitreya continued, "My dear Vidura, the heads of those who were cut to pieces by the arrows of Dhruva Mahāraja were decorated very beautifully with earrings and turbans. The legs of their bodies were as beautiful as golden palm trees. Their arms were decorated with golden bracelets and armlets, and on their heads there were very valuable helmets bedecked with gold. All these ornaments lying on the battlefield were very attractive and could bewilder the mind of a hero. The remaining Yakṣas, who somehow or other were not killed, had their limbs cut to pieces by the arrows of the great warrior Dhruva Mahāraja. Thus, they began to flee, just as elephants flee when defeated by a lion. Dhruva Mahāraja, the best of the human beings, observed that in that great battlefield, not one of the opposing soldiers were left standing with proper weapons. He then desired to see the city of Alakapuri, but he thought to himself, no one knows the plan of the mystic Yakṣas. In the meantime, while Dhruva Mahāraja, doubtful of his mystic enemies, was talking with his charioteer, they heard a tremendous sound, as if the whole ocean were there, and they found that from the sky a great dust storm was coming over them from all directions. Within a moment, the whole sky was overcast with dense clouds, and severe thundering was heard. There was glittering electric lightning and severe rainfall. My dear faultless Vidura, in that rainfall there were blood, mucus, pus, stool, urine, and marrow falling heavily before Dhruva Mahāraja, and there were trunks of bodies falling from the sky. Next, a mountain was visible in the sky, and from all directions hailstones fell, along with lances, clubs, swords, iron bludgeons, and great pieces of stone. Dhruva Mahāraja also saw many big serpents with angry eyes, vomiting forth fire and coming to devour him, along with groups of mad elephants, lions, and tigers. Then, as if it were the time of the dissolution of the whole world, the fierce sea, with foaming waves and great roaring sounds, came forward before him. The demon Yakṣas are by nature very heinous, and by their demonic power of illusion, they can create many strange phenomena to frighten one who is less intelligent. When the great sages heard that Dhruva Mahāraja was overpowered by the illusory mystic tricks of the demons, they immediately assembled to offer him auspicious encouragement. All the sages said, "Dear Dhruva, O son of King Uttanapada, may the Supreme Personality of Godhead known as Shangadhanva, who relieves the distress of his devotees, kill all your threatening enemies. The holy name of the Lord is as powerful as the Lord himself. Therefore, simply by chanting and hearing the holy name of the Lord, many men can be fully protected from fierce death without difficulty. Thus, the devotee is saved."
Thank you very much, Shakti Priya. So usually we call Shakti or Shakti Priya or Priya so that we can address.
Shakti is good. Yeah.
Okay. So Shakti Mataji, how did you find reading this chapter?
It was nice. Okay, so it's a battlefield, and yeah, it's a
Yeah.
fight between demons and Lord Dhruva Maharaj, and yeah, it is. illustrated in a in a fantastic way, in the sense, like,
Yeah.
yeah, something that I cannot imagine. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Let's elaborate on this, and before that, I'll offer a short prayer. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskritcham Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jaimudhirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavata Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Okay, so this chapter is in continuation of what happened. So basically, we may know, I mean, just kind of a short recap of Dhruva Maharaj pastime. This happened in Satya Yuga when King Uttanapad, who is having two wives, Suniti and Suruchi. Suniti, by name itself, yeah, she is well charactered, uh, and Suruchi, yeah, most maybe dear to the king. So in that way, there are two wives, and Dhruva Maharaj is son of Suniti. Hmm. The king was, because of a lot of attention given to Suruchi, he didn't take much care, was neglecting Suniti. And once upon a time, that day, when Dhruva Maharaj saw that Uttama, who is son of Suruchi, he was sitting on the lap of his father, Uttanapada. So he also aspired, yeah, let me also sit. But immediately Suruchi, yeah, the stepmother of Dhruva Maharaj, she stopped. And she said, you are not qualified. If at all you want to be qualified to sit on or actually take over. She was scared that maybe he will come and take over the kingdom. What she said is, you have to take birth from my womb. This is not going to happen in this lifetime. Forget about it. Or go to the Lord and get such a blessing. And even if you get that blessing, yeah, you can get, maybe try next life, like that. This is what she said. And because of this, a boy who is just 5 year old, he felt very, very offended, and he couldn't control. He was hissing like a snake. Um, and then he left. He went to his mother, and his mother also, she said, I am also helpless, but don't um think bad about Suruchi. Hmm? Yeah, whatever is the fate, yeah, we just accept. But in her words, what she said was a good advice. Yeah, if at all you want, it's only the Lord who can help. So then, knowing this, Dhruva Maharaj left, and he went to the forest. And Narad Muni, who is ever eager to benefit a befitting devotee, aspiring devotee, even if he has just small interest, he helps out. So here he reached out, he tested whether Dhruv Maharaj is really strongly resolved to take up the hardship that is required to please the Lord. And then after confirmation, then he gave this mantra. Yeah. Again, this mantra or any transcendental holy names of the Lord are not ordinary. Yeah. The 30th verse of this chapter will elaborate on that, the very meaning. What is the importance of a name? By just chanting, what is going to happen? That is what we will discuss in the end. So in 6 months, with great austerity, Dhruv Maharaj pleased the Lord, and Lord blessed him. And after that, he also said, now you go back to your kingdom, take care of the kingdom, and then after so and so time, then arrangements will be there so that you can come back. So in next 3 chapters, we are going to discuss this. And Shakti Mataji, she was reading very nicely this chapter. This is a conversation that is happening between Maitreya Rishi and Vidura. We know Vidura is from Hastinapur, son of Vyasadev, and also brother of Dhritarashtra and Pandu. Hmm. So he, in his retired life, or so to say, or when he was in the pilgrim, he came across Maitreya Rishi, and Vidura asked about the Lord. And so this is how this Bhagavatam, this part of the Bhagavatam, is basically a conversation between Maitreya Rishi and Vidura. So here Maitreya Rishi is saying, dear Vidya, thereafter Dhruva Maharaj married the daughter of Prajapati, Sumsumari and Mara, and whose name is Brahmi, who had sons Kalpa and Vatsara, and also he married name Ila, daughter of Vayu. So here, this is just what happened after that. After he went back to his kingdom, Uttanapada took him, he embraced him. Surichi also blessed him. May you live long, and everything. All the denizens of the palace, they were glorifying the fortune of Suniti to have such a son. We all want uh, our children uh, to be successful, so that when they are successful, then we are also happy. Yeah, because if they are successful, we have done our duty, and that also says that we are also successful. But what is real success is that, if just imagining here that from this reference, if the children can liberate themselves from these clutches of birth and death, or if the child is perfecting his life in the path of devotion, when he is getting, what is the benefit is he himself will definitely achieve at least human form of life, even if he is in the cycle of birth and death. At least this is guaranteed. He doesn't have to go through all the cycle of different birth in different species. And the second thing is that he will remember the Lord even in next life. It's not like, okay, after all, we are putting a lot of effort. Is it only for this life? No, this is also carried forward to our next life. So we'll get Sukriti, so that we can also practice bhakti from where we live, or where we would have left in this life. The other benefit is not only this. If we advance little further, we are not only benefiting, but our previous three generations and future three generations will also be blessed. This we can refer back to Prahlad. Yeah. So in that context, yeah, Hiranyakashipu. Yeah. When Prahlad Maharaj was asking that, he was requesting Lord Narsimha when he appeared. Okay, what do you want? And then he said, I don't want anything for myself. I only request that my father mm, be blessed, and for be forgiven, not even blessed, for whatever he has done. He didn't know what he is doing, so please forgive my father. See, this is the greatness. If one becomes a proper devotee, if the children are consciously elevated in this, they know what even to ask for the welfare of the family members. What to give on a present day, on a birthday, what things are really valuable. The children will get the right, clear clarity and stability, and through which they are successful, and through them others are also blessed. Anyway, so that was Prahlad Maharaj, and where Narasimha, they said, hey, you are a devotee, and which means that your 7 generations in the past are already liberated, and also the future. So here we come back to Dhruva Maharaj. So Dhruva Maharaj, younger brother, who was still unmarried, once went to hunting, and was killed by a powerful yaksha in the Himalayan mountains. And then Suruchi, yeah, because she lost her son, she also, out of that separation, also died. This is what even before this happened, the Lord has already told Dhruva Maharaj that this is going to happen in future. So this is what has happened, and sorry. So and in that context, we will now see what happened is after that. Yeah, there are also other predictions that the Lord has already told him, and um, he said that going forward, yeah, you'll also rule the kingdom. And when Dhruva Maharaj heard of killing of his brother Uttama by the Yakshas in Himalayas, he became overwhelmed with lamentation, because it's not like, okay, there was this revenge attitude, right? We know that when Suruchi was saying, hey, you are not qualified to sit on your father's lap, and all those things were gone because mm, because of the blessings of the Lord, Dhruva, after his penance was successful, he was blessed and he became perfect. He lost all this vengeance towards his stepmother, stepbrother, yeah, and he was living very happily with them. And once when this incident happened, when Uttama went and then he was killed by a yaksha, and then after learning this, Dhruva Maharaj became very, very overwhelmed with lamentation and also angry. Mm. He got on his chariot and went out for victory over the city of Yaksha. So we know who is Dhruva. He is a Kshatriya. He is a king, and not only he is a king. Here we see that okay, no, when we say that the Lord who is mm, here in the purport we see here we see that Dhruva Maharaj yeah, became angry. Hmm. And is it okay? Because when we are saying the devotees, na, when one becomes a bhakta, can he become angry? Uh, here we see that, yeah, it is a misunderstanding that a devotee should not be angry. A devotee can be angry. Huh? Other then we may think, what is the purpose of becoming very calm, peace, and all these things? Yeah, a devotee gets angry when things are not going right. Uh, it's not that he's disturbed for his own self. He's becoming angry so that a right action can be taken. Otherwise, just imagine someone is going to a fighting and very smiling spirit. If he wants to fight, it won't work. He should be really angry for what has been done, what mistake has been done. And here we see that uh, it is misunderstanding that a devotee should not be angry, envious, or overwhelmed with lamentation. Some may say, ha, sthitadhira means a devotee should be very self-sustained, self-satisfied, and also self-controlled. All this self-learning. These days there are so many self. What is these books called? Self-healing, or I don't know what is it.
Self-help books.
What books are these?
Self-help books, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, something like that. Yeah. We don't have time for going out, right? So even for cooking also we use self-learning. We just go on a YouTube, see what people are doing, and use that. Or self books like how to become successful, the most successful person, and so many books are there which may give us some new ways of thinking and can help us a bit. Uh, um, yeah, coming back here, we are talking about okay, can a person, if he becomes a devotee, can he really lament for his family members, for his close friends if they leave the world? Definitely yes. Yeah. Because we are not only talking about a bodily platform where, oh no, that is a body, this is a body, and yeah, it's only the body who is dying, it's not the soul. Huh? No, but there is a relationship that we have. It's a relationship that we have, and then we feel very down. That such a valuable person I am not able to serve anymore, or such a valuable person who helped me in every front. Oh, I will miss him. So these are genuine feelings, and lamentation of such separation, yeah, is genuine even for a devotee. It's not like, okay, then am I going to get depressed? No, this is genuine. But we have to see, of course, these feelings are very, very mm, valid, genuine, and also not uncommon. At the same time, we have to take the support of the scriptures so that we can also stabilize ourselves to come back. We cannot stay there because we also have a mission. So it's something like if we lose someone, we don't stop breathing, right? We'll also breathe. So similarly, when such a loss is there, lamentation is there, definitely. But somehow we have to come out of that phase as soon as possible. And yeah, do something for the person who left the world. Um, and at the same time focus on our job. Anyway, short elaboration on this point. And then there is further explanation where he went, and um then Maitreya continued. As soon as Dhruva Maharaj reached Alkapuri, yeah, he immediately blew his conch shell and signaled just by the sound vibration. the wives of Yaksha became very much frightened. Oh, another war. Who wants a war? No one wants. And no one wants to be in a battleground, because it's not a playground where we may win or lose. It's a ground where the loss could be forever. Yeah, a person can be no more, or his limbs. Yeah, that's what we read later. So the wives of Yakshas were very much frightened. From their eyes, it appeared that they were full of anxiety. So this war situation is, of course, uh, leads to uncertainty. We don't know which side will win, which side will lose, or even to a personal level, we don't know what is that we are going to achieve. Will the how many years we may live? 50 years, 60 years, 100 years. In this time, a war crisis, uh, how to come out of it, on economic development, how big impact it is. So no one, so it creates a lot of anxiety. What, yeah. Mhm. Yeah, fortunately, we are sitting at home. Nothing is so tense, but we can just see how our neighboring countries are affected. They don't know which day what can happen. So when Dhruva Maharaj blew this conch shell, then the wives of Yakshas were frightened, and they were in anxiety. And then Vidura, Maitreya Rishi said, the great powerful heroes of Yakshas, they were not able to tolerate this, and they came out with their weapons and attacked Dhruva. Mm. And when they attacked, um, then immediately Dhruva began to kill them simultaneously, discharging arrows three at a time. Yeah, I don't know if you were very much impressed seeing in Bahubali that how one could release three arrows. Yeah, these ideas all come from nowhere, from the references from the scriptures. Even I don't know if you have seen this movie long back ago. I mean, what is this? The Lord of Rings. I think part three. If someone have seen, you can see that elephants having more trunks, more tusks. Yeah, I don't know if you have seen that. All these, mm, all nice ideas. Yeah, we can see these references are also in Bhagavatam picked up. So then we see when the heroes of Yaksha saw that all their heads were being thus threatened, they could very easily understand that they were in an awkward position. Now they are in a situation where um, mm, they are going to, their encounter is very, very strong. mm, And they concluded that they would certainly be defeated. They already know. uh, but the interesting thing is, they, in spite of that situation, they were applauding Dhruva's action. They lauded the action of Dhruva, and in this, we see that this straightforward appreciation of enemy's prowess is the real Kshatriya spirit. So a Kshatriya appreciates other person's greatness. It's not like, okay, gaining power. Now we know in politics how things are. A ruling party finds every possible way, even if there is little good, uh, they are scared. If a person is, yeah, I don't know, is it only me I'm seeing like that? But the news, what I'm hearing, reading, when this comes up, uh, yeah, when we turn on this 8 o'clock radio in the morning, 5, 6 news, which are just bursts of news, is all telling about this kind of crisis, how politically people are kind of affecting, and all these things. Uh, and when we talk about the real Kshatriya spirit, the real Kshatriya spirit is to appreciate others' greatness. At least don't rubbish on it, but at least appreciate the greatness. And here, Yakshas, they appreciated, they concluded that they would certainly be defeated. But as heroes, they appreciated the action of Dhruva. Oh, wow, such a powerful king is here. That is what is real Kshatriya spirit. Not that, okay, how can I seal my seat for next 5 years? Huh? Right from day one. Mm. And then, just like serpents who cannot tolerate being trampled upon anyone's feet, the Yakshas being intolerant of wonderful deeds of Dhruva, uh, they started shooting six arrows. Mm, and this is could be amazing for us, or it could be only animating for us. Yeah, we can't imagine shooting one arrow with proper focus to a bullseye area. We are talking about six arrows at a stretch in one go. Uh, Very hard, but it's possible. And thus they were very valiantly exhibiting their prowess. Hmm. It's not like, okay, we know these days. Please raise your hand if you are not comfortable if I'm bringing the examples of real world, uh, just to correlate ourselves to the Satya Yuga to Kali Yuga, how things have degraded. I'm just referring. It's not like to pinpoint or just showing that. Yeah, we see that the Kshatriyas in today's 21st century are not properly trained how to understand the concerns of people, how to aptly administer the ruling of or leadership qualities are not there, um, and due to which what happened is that people are not skillful, not qualified, not trained properly. Yeah, yeah. So people are just sent to the battlefield with whatever little training is given in few years, and the only thing they pump is that, hey, you are fighting for the nation. Come on, patriotism is the main thing. Yeah, but how much are we able to mm, um, uh, see what is right, what is wrong, and then train? Maybe the people who are in the defense are doing a different kind of job, but we are talking within the country, within the states, within the cities, at every administration level. Yeah, what is the requirement for becoming or nominating oneself? I think 10th class. I don't know. I think the age factor is definitely there, and also maybe 10th class or some basic uh, education. If person is an IAS, IPS, retired, he is not even given value because people have no trust. Rather, people are going to people who show some glittering things to get attraction. So all these things are like to just tell why we are having this crisis is mainly because we do not have qualified people in the right place. So, coming back here, we see the Yaksha soldiers were like so many, and with all kinds of ornaments. This one mentioned, Dhruva was completely covered by an incessant shower of weapons. And here, the beauty of Bhagavatam is that, um, along with some nice poetry, there is also nice similes that are presented, nice analogies that are presented, so that we can get a mm, vivid feel of how things were and that happened in that past time. And in this connection, so we come across few analogies here that are referred. Here one is given is he is covered. Hmm. Dhruva Maharaj became covered by shower of weapons. So Yakshas also, when so many 130,000 Yakshas soldiers began and became angry and showered uh, uh, mm, uh, weapon arrows, his charioteer with various types of weapons, and then now Drumara was completely covered. Mm. Just the analogy given is as a mountain is covered by torrents of rain. And what will happen when torrents of rain fall on mountain? They basically clean. They basically clean the mountain. So here, whatever the competency shortages might be there, these arrows have made uh, those cleared. And Dhruv Maharaj had washed away, and his vigor was renewed. Mm. No, yeah, yes, come on, not just run away. As soon as when someone is attacking, one is escaping. No, a real Kshatriya is uh, improving. A real Kshatriya is seeing, oh, this is the incompetence I'm short of. Let me pick up. So Dhruv Maharaj didn't left, but he attacked. And then further exam, all the Siddhas from higher planetary systems are observing the fight from the sky. Huh? And when they saw Dhruva has been covered, and they came, there came a roaring voice saying, "The oh, Dhruva is lost." Dhruva, now the grandson of Manu, Dhruva, is now lost. They cried that Dhruva Maharaj was just like the sun, and that now he has set within the ocean of Yakshas. Uh, we know what happens, yeah, in the end of the day, the sun sets and we see a very nice, yeah, when you go to Kanyakumari, it's a very nice spot where one can see how the sun is setting and disappearing in the ocean. So the analogy given here, why this analogy is given is that Dhruva is not dead, he's only covered. Just like the sun, when it goes into the water, it's not like, okay, it becomes, um, what do you call, put off. It's not put off when it's a fire and then when water is poured on it, it's no. And next day morning again the sun comes up. I think in the purport, Prabhupada is giving that. Let me quickly check. Yeah, and there is also another reference, another point that will come again to that point. But the analogy here given is like sun. And let's go through this analogy. First thing is that in this verse there is the word called Manava. Yeah, we would have heard, who are we? We are called Manav. Where is it coming? Because we are sons, we are descendants of Manu. That's why we are called Manava. Not only is Dhruva Maharaj a descendant of Manu, but all human beings descend from Manu. According to Vedic civilization, Manu is the law giver. Even today, Hindus in India follow the laws given by Manu. Therefore, everyone is in human society is a Manav. Hmm? The denizens of Siddhalok can fly in skies without airplanes, were anxious over Dhruva Maharaj's welfare in the battle. So when Dhruva Maharaj is that, Srila Rupa Goswami says therefore that not only is a devotee well protected by the Lord, but all the demigods and even ordinary men are anxious for the security and safety of a devotee. So here, as soon as when Dhruva is covered by the arrows of all the Yakshas, then denizens from higher planet they were blessing. Uh, uh, just because of their presence, there is more safety, and this is what is making the Yakshas getting more worried. The comparison given here that Dhruva Maharaj appeared to merge in the ocean is also significant. When the sun sets on the horizon, it appears that sun drones in the ocean, but factually the sun has no difficulty. Similarly, although Dhruva appeared to drone in the ocean of Yakshas, he had no difficulty. As the sun rises, so Dhruva Maharaj also, he might have been in difficulty, but that did not mean he was defeated. Hmm. So, and then the Yakshas being temporarily victorious, they thought they have conquered, yeah, because now they can't even see Dhruva. It's as if like if you put some salt in water, then you don't see salt anymore. So Dhruva is only one, and then there's so many Yakshas and covered him as if like there is no Dhruva. Here Dhruva is compared, and the next analogy given here is that. Um, sets in the ocean. Yeah, here the next one is given. But in the meantime, Dhruva's chariot suddenly appeared, just as the sun suddenly appears from within foggy mist. We see that today is a cloudy day, but all of a sudden, for a moment, the sun brilliantly uh, appears. So, when there was no trace where Dhruva is there, all of a sudden his chariot he came emerged out of it. That's one more analogy, and then it goes. Then here his arrows, the sharp arrows released from the bow of Dhruva pierce the shields and bodies of the enemy. How? Like the thunderbolts released by King of Heaven, which dismantles the bodies of mountains. Anyway, this continued. This is a the war also has this small beauty of how it happened, and narration makes it more lively, and also for visualizing more vivid. And now, great sage Maitreya continued. He said, with that, the fight going to a very, very um, uh, Bhishan, yeah, I don't know, vigorously the fight was going on, and then in that injured Yakshas because Dhruva took control of the whole battle, and then he cut the limbs and ornaments, and Yakshas fled, and then uh, all of a sudden they got scared and they left. The remaining Yakshas who somehow or other were not killed had their limbs cut to pieces by the arrows of great warrior. Thus they began to flee just as elephants flee when defeated by lion. Uh, um, and then Dhruva Maharaj, he was thinking, okay, and then he desired to see the city of Alakapur. Mm. But he thought to himself, no, no one knows the plans of mystic Yakshas. The Yakshas, they may have tricked. That's why they may come up again. And what he was thinking, just doubtful of the mystic enemies, it indeed happened, was talking with charioteer. They heard a tremendous sound as if the whole ocean were there, and they found that from the sky a great dust storm was coming. And then not only the dust storm, then there is also this rain, and then there were glittering electric lightning and severe rainfall. And in that rainfall, there was blood, mucus, pus, stool, urine, and marrow falling heavily before Maharaj. And there were trunks of bodies falling from the sky. Okay, very, very bad. And then next, a great mountain was visible in the sky. And from all directions, hailstorms, lands, clouds, swords, everything came. And not only this, Dhruva also saw many big serpents with angry eyes, vomiting forth fire and coming to devour him. And so then it appeared as if like this is a time of dissolution, pralay time, when everything is going to be uh, destroyed. It was like that. The demon Yakshas are by nature very heinous, and by the demonic power of illusion, they can create many strange phenomena to frighten one who is less intelligent. And then here we see that when the great sages heard that Dhruva Maharaj were overpowered by illusory magic tricks or mystic tricks of demons, they immediately assembled to offer him auspicious encouragement. What is the benefit of being with like-minded people, with devotees? We get encouragement, uh, and also auspicious. First of all, we have auspiciousness because of their association, and also not only that, they encourage us to do the right thing, so that we know, okay, we don't uh, deviate or and get distracted from our path. And what are they doing? This is the conclusion verse, which is saying, all the sages, what did they say? O son of King Uttanpad, may the Supreme Personality of Godhead, known as Sanga Dhanva, who relieves the distresses of his devotees, kill all your threatening enemies. The holy name of the Lord is as powerful as the Lord himself. Therefore, by simply chanting and hearing the holy name of the Lord, many men can be fully protected from fierce death without difficulty. Thus, a devotee is saved. And this is what the sages said who came, because the situation was as if like the mystics, demon Yakshas, was overwhelming and difficult. And uh, they were thinking, yeah, is Dhruva going to lose the spirit and lose the battle? The rishis came. So the great rishis approached Dhruva at the time when his mind was very perplexed due to magical feats exhibited. A devotee is always protected by the Lord. By his inspiration only, the sages came to encourage Dhruva Maharaj and assure him that there was no danger because he was a soul fully surrendered to the Supreme Lord. By the grace of Lord, if a devotee at the time of death can simply chant his holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Simply by chanting this Maha Mantra, he immediately surpasses the great ocean of material sky and enters the spiritual sky. He never has to come back for repetition of birth and death. Simply by chanting the holy name of the Lord, one can surpass the ocean of death. I think, I don't know, was it Shakti you were asking, Shakti Mata, you were asking, right? In the journey of self-discovery, what should we do? Huh? Um, so we develop this consciousness. By chanting the name of the Lord, what is happening? We are getting this benefit of elevating ourselves to the spiritual sky where we don't have to turn back. Oh, I may have to come back and suffer again. No. Simply by chanting the holy name of the Lord, one can surpass the ocean of death. So, Dhruva Maharaj was certainly able to surpass the illusory magical feats of the Yakṣas, which for the time being disturbed his mind. So anyway, in the next chapter we will be reading what did Dhruva Maharaj do and how he became victorious, and after that, what happened? Uh, because Swayambhuva Manu appears, his great grandfather appears in the scene, and he advises what he has done, what he should do. Hmm? Uh, he should not. He should actually stop fighting beyond a limit. So this is what we will read. What is the purpose of fighting and what stage we should do, what should we not do, that we will discuss next week. Thank you very much. That's it. Any questions, anything anyone want to add? By the way, how was this session, especially for the new joiner? How did you find it?
To me, it is like I'm joining in the middle of a story.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm trying to see what I can learn from this.
Mm-hmm.
There's one thing that you mentioned um, about the devotees having the feelings of lamentation and anger.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we are also taught that we have to act detached
Mm-hmm.
and of course control emotions like anger. All those are bad qualities, right?
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Yeah.
how can a devotee have that then? I mean, so
Mm-hmm.
there's attachment to the family and he has all these feelings, and in a spiritual path one should uh, not cut off, at least subside
Mm-hmm.
these things.
Handle them. Handle them. Yeah. Manage them, right?
Yeah,
Or
so
not even to have such kind of things in first place.
like even the thoughts are bad,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like any anger thoughts, or I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's not just only physical but also from thoughts it should be proper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's why we also learned about eating right foods, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So how is that seen here?
Yeah. So when we eat right food, when we have nice right lifestyle, that should give us clarity what we are doing, what we should do, what we should develop. Yeah. And ultimately, this is for doing what? To follow the path of righteousness, right?
Yeah.
When we do all these things, the main thing why we are doing it, so that we are following the path of righteousness, and for that we are facilitating ourselves, our surroundings, our lifestyle such a way that we can do. But after getting the clarity that when something is not happening as per the righteousness, huh?
Mm.
And then as one who is part of the ecosystem, we also have to take accountability or responsibility how what we can do. Hmm?
Good.
Bec- And we are not at a avadhuta state where avadhuts they are at a stage where uh, they can they already are in a condition, they are already in a stage where they are beyond the limits of this material world, like but we are not their stage. Yeah, we are also disturbed with our own attachment and detachment also. uh, it's raga and vairaga, both are there, and we don't know where to use how, right? Should we really be attached or should not be attached? So this is also a question, right? Now we are talking, okay, with the reference of Bhagavad Gita, no, no, we should be stable, not attached, not detached. Then why is this happening? Yeah, if there is this attachment or detachment bereft of them, and we are asked, Krishna himself is saying Arjuna to fight, and when Krishna is when Arjuna is fighting, Yeah, definitely. He has to understand where is the injustice that is going on and to attack them and what kind of skills that need to be used with whom. So all the strategies that have to be balanced, that have to be put in place, all these things come. But very important is one thing is clarity. First, Arjuna got the clarity of fighting.
Mm.
Hmm?
Yeah.
And he is detached from the result, but he is not detached from the action that he is performing. He is very much in the action of what he is performing.
Okay. Mm.
Yeah. But why he is attached to it? Because he is seeing that this is a service to the Lord.
Okay.
Why Krishna is saying that, yeah, you do everything, I take care. Yeah. So he sees this dutifulness towards what the instructions that he has got from the Lord, and he's just following dutifully to that, towards that. Yeah. And when it comes to the anger, yeah, anger, we see Hanuman. He got the job of what? To pass on the message or to find where Mother Sita is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what he did? He has not only found where Mother Sita is, he also burned Lanka.
Okay. Yeah.
Is this anger? Yes. What kind of anger? I think we will discuss that. I don't know if you have time. As first of no 30th of March is Sri Ram Navami. Yeah, we'll be speaking about these topics also. That will also be covered. 9 days online, 9 days, and also on the 1st of April in. But in short, here is the anger good? We should understand what is the benefit of such anger. Huh? Is it the anger coming out of my disturbance that I'm feeling disturbed, so I'm just using bursting out of my anger? Or is it that with anger, what I'm going to do, is it going to serve? Am I going to serve? Is it going to please others? Is it going to help others? So that is what we are talking about being getting angry. Just imagine like um, a father is telling to his child, "Don't put your finger into the fan that is on."
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
And now you're telling, if we are saying that no, no, the father should be detached. Let the kid put his finger in the fan.
Mm.
No, he should be angry, right? Because hey, he's a fool. He's not understanding.
Mm.
Do you agree? No?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
agree.
Just like once Prabhupada was saying, hey, why are you calling so and so as a rascal? Huh? Huh? Why? Because he is fool. He's not understanding his own position. After telling so many times, still he is not understanding.
Mm.
Hmm?
Okay.
Why do you scold? And he said, because I love him.
Mm. Yeah.
Huh? But we scold because we don't like someone. So we are not to encourage these feelings, but we are encouraged to be very vigilant in our service. Huh?
Okay.
So there is this right approach for doing. So all these things are there for a good reason. The anger is there for a good reason. Uh,
Okay.
Lamentation also has its own role. Otherwise, just imagine if there is no question of lamenting, then there is no question of attaching. So how can we have a care? Huh? We cannot care our own family. We cannot care our spiritual master. We cannot care our devotees or services in the temples. Yeah. If you don't have this attachment, yeah, because this is what we are talking now. Can we have attachment? Yes, we should have attachment. Then only there is this concern. There is a relationship. There is love to take care.
I think even for devotion, we need attachment to Lord. Yeah.
Yes, yes, definitely. So we are talking about those things that are harmful. We should be away. We should be detached to them. Anukyolena Krishnanushīlanam. There are the six qualities, six things that one should have, and six things one should not have. I'm not getting the starting word. Apu Prabhu, what are the six? Utsaha,
उत्साह
Nishtha.
निश्चय धैर्य
Yeah.
Tat karma pavartanat. Then I forgot one. Then Tato Vitte Sarve Bhakti. I forgot one.
Yeah, I'm just seeing. Can you guys still see the screen?
Yeah.
So so here we are talking about this reference. No, this is what we should not do, and this is what 6 things are good for devotion. Very, very enthusiastic. Not like okay, stable means I should not be excited to do something, some good thing. No, we should be very enthusiastic. In bhakti, the most important thing is enthusiasm. Not even the mercy. Mercy is coming because we are showing enthusiasm. And then we should be very confident that if I am taking this path, then life will be successful. Confidence, dhairyat. And then just like when someone is becoming pregnant, so this is what example is given, like, okay, if a lady is not patient and she says, no, I got married, tomorrow I want child. No, it's not possible. She has to wait patiently for 9 months. Tat karma. Various activities favorable for devotional service. This is what one should know. And pravartanat. So performing them what? By giving up the association of non-devotees. Shata. And then following the great acharyas in their footsteps. These are the 6 things when one perform. So one's devotion is guaranteed. In that, when we are endeavoring, so these are things through which we understand what is needed. And here this was what I was referring. So we should understand what is favorable, and then for that matter, what we should do. It definitely has the sense of attachment towards what we are doing. Definitely. I don't know if I answered your question. Maybe. Otherwise, we can elaborate. But in a nutshell, this is what. So anger. It's even if you see that when Hiranyakashipu he came, he was very angry. Come on, we are talking about not devotees, Hanuman. We are talking about the Lord. How can he be angry? He was very angry. How can you ill-treat my devotee?
Okay. Yeah, I think I got your point, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Any other questions? No? Then wish you all a nice weekend. Tomorrow, usually what we do is Sundays we have the systematic study of Vedic scriptures. Yeah, this is where we are currently discussing Bhagavad Gita. Tomorrow I am traveling during that time, so I cannot conduct this. For some, it's a relief. Usually, I don't give holidays. Yeah, for some, it's a relief. Enjoy the weekend. Then we'll catch up again next Saturday. And during this time, if there are any questions or anything, you can reach me directly, or you can also reach, maybe I think Adirasa Prabhu and Dinath Prabhu, Ram Raghav Prabhu were conducting these sessions, right? You know them. Yeah, you can approach them, and yeah, you can. I'm always available. Yeah, feel free to reach me anytime. There are also some comment. I don't know who has. Okay, it's. Oh, I didn't see the last comment, but thank you very much. Then Jakalpatarabhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyo Vacha Patidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namah Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Did someone wanted to talk? I don't know.
Prabhuji, I don't know, question or doubt. So
Mhm.
today is Shivratri,
Mhm.
and do we do anything on this Vaishnava as a Vaishnava is?
Yeah, we pray to the Lord and seek His blessings.
Okay, nothing and anything in particular, just usual.
At least I think Shivratri, is it
It's
today here?
tomorrow.
No? It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Actually,
Okay,
from
I
today
thought
it will
today.
start.
Mm-hmm.
Today is like a Jagarane Upas, everything will be there. and do puja and everything. Tomorrow, like a prasadam.
Okay.
Okay.
And having it.
But
So
it
that
depends,
is
na,
how-
Madhu Prabhu. So you have
Yeah.
to see the calendar in Germany, not
Yeah,
Indian
according
calendar.
to according
Yeah.
to German calendar, it's showing Shivaratri is tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as for Vaishnavas, how we celebrate, we fast till 12 o'clock afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we will prepare some naivedya. Yeah.
Yeah.
After offering to the Lord Vishnu, we offer this to Lord Shiva, as he is the greatest Vaishnava. He feel more happy to take
Right.
Mahavishnu's prasad. Yeah.
Right.
And then when
yeah.
So
Yes.
yeah, and then one can read. I mean, I can try to find the links of from Bhagavatam. They are very nice pastimes of Lord Shiva from the
Yes.
same Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Yeah, I'll share, and then you can read them and be blessed.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhuji. Yes.
Thank you.
That's all. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare Krishna.